What's up, Motocross Action? I'm Josh Mosman, and today we have the 2021 Honda CRF450 Works Edition, brand new bike for us today. Today was our first day of riding on it here at Glen Helen Raceway. The track's good. We got some rain here in Southern California. This thing has a lot of different parts off of the stock model. It's a lot more parts on the Honda Works Edition than you would find on KTM or Husqvarna Factory Editions. So the updates on the 2021 Honda CRF450 Works Edition comes with new mapping. It has a Hinson clutch basket and a Hinson clutch cover, but the rest of the parts in the clutch are the stock. It's got a full Yoshimura titanium exhaust system. It's got the header and the muffler. It's got a twin air filter, Throttle Jockey Honda HRC graphics, and a Throttle Jockey seat cover with some heavy duty ribs on it. It's got a red cylinder head cover. It's got hand polished cylinder ports. So the cylinder inside the engine didn't get modded, it didn't get full ported, but it's hand polished to make the bike a little bit smoother. It's also got the D.I.D LT-X rims, which are a little bit stiffer than the stock ones. It's got titanium nitride-coated fork legs. It's got titanium nitride-coated shock shaft on the shock, and it's also got a wider diameter on the shock. So it went up from a 16mm diameter to an 18mm. It's also got a new special gold RK chain, black anodized triple clamps. So the triple clamps are exactly the same as the stock ones, but they're just black instead of gray. It's got the Renthal Kevlar grips, so these things are super durable. This thing has a big price tag on it, going for $12,380. That's $2,800 more than the stock edition that comes in at just $9,599. We got the sag set, got lever set, tire pressure set, let the air out of the forks. Bike's brand new. It felt super loose on the steering, so tighten that up a little bit. We're torquing it down, getting ready to head on the track. First impression was map one was the best, and then map 2 was horrible. It was like, it was just dying off the bottom end. It's like, whoa. Is this the same ECU that we used on the 2021 model?
No, it has its own ECU settings.
It has its own ECU settings.
And
okay.
it should be, we updated them to.
And this, is this reflash already?
Reflash, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I can double check it, but yeah.
Okay.
It should be reflash.
And you've been testing on the 2021. You rode with ours and then with the reflashed one?
Yeah, the new one's a big difference. I mean, map 1 is super strong, super powerful. I have the same kind of comments on map 2 of just being super sluggish off the bottom, and it kind of has like a curve, like it's really fast at like, I don't know, 9,000 to 10,000 RPM right around there. And then map 3 is a super usable, easy to ride map. Let me try this. I'll try the different maps,
right now.
and then it'd be interesting for you to try that and see what you think. And maybe we can swap ECUs and see if we can come up with a solution.
It felt like last year's map. It felt like the stock map. All right, we got some answers. So originally, we went on the track, felt a lot like the original map. I just said it on camera 30 minutes ago. And Ryan Dudek works for Honda. I told him, I was like, man, I'm sorry to say this, but your updated map feels exactly like the other maps. It doesn't feel very good. The bike still feels horrible. Well, we have some answers. Ryan plugged his computer in, and he didn't get updated. So most people would think, okay, the Works Edition is coming out later than the stock model. You would think it would come updated from the factory, but it didn't come updated from the factory, and you have to reflash it at your local dealer. Honda has to reflash it before they give it to us, and apparently they forgot to reflash this model. Now we get to compare what the original ECU settings were like to, you know, the reflashed updated ECU settings that are supposed to fix the problems that we had. So got some good back-to-back testing today. It's pretty funny too. All right, guys, so that's it for testing on the 2021 Honda CRF450 Works Edition for today. We had a lot of fun on it, but it was a big challenge for us today. So basically, when Honda gave us the model, they thought that the ECU had already been reflashed and updated. It hadn't. Turns out we were riding with the original ECU that anybody who goes to their dealer and buys the bike, they're gonna be riding with that ECU setting. It's gonna bog coming out of corners, it's gonna bog when you're riding through the pits, and it's gonna be kind of just blubbery on the bottom, and it's not a good feeling. So for us, we got it reflashed today by Honda. Luckily they were here with us and they were able to fix it for us. But you guys need to know, if you're going to the dealer and you're gonna buy a Honda 450 Works Edition, or if you're gonna buy just a standard stock edition 2021 CRF450, you need to have your ECU reflashed and updated with the updated maps before you leave the showroom floor. So basically Japan shipped these bikes, the stock model and the Works Edition model, to America. The ECU settings were horrible, they're off. Everybody's having issues with them. Honda didn't do a recall. So my big question is, why do you have to get the bike reflashed? Why did we spend $12,380, big price tag, to buy this Works Edition model, and it's not even updated with the right ECU settings? So Honda didn't do a recall. They didn't stop selling the bikes and have everybody get them fixed. They instead said if people complain about it, they can bring it back to their dealer and have it updated. So I'm here to tell you guys, our loyal MXA viewers, you need to have your ECUs reflashed, remapped, and updated before you leave the showroom floor. So we got firsthand experience of what it feels like when you buy it and what it feels like after you fix it. Map 1 was still kind of slow and sluggish off the bottom, but it was a good map to ride if the track was slick or wet. Map 2 was more peppy, more aggressive, and Map 3 had the same kind of bottom feel as Map 2, but it had more over rev. So overall, the updated map settings on the Works Edition bike are much better, but you need to make sure that you do that. I know it's a pain, but you gotta do it before you leave your dealer's floor. All right, to continue talking about the engine, the power, and how the CRF450 Works Edition ran on the track, I have to say that the new polished cylinder, it doesn't make a ton of extra power, and the Yoshimura header and muffler, they don't make the bike feel crazy faster than the stock one. So we rode the stock 2021 model back to back with this Works Edition today. I talked with Daryl Eklund, managing editor of MXA. He did some testing back to back with me. He said that in the past, when he's ridden Works Edition 450s, they've been a lot faster than the stock model. This year, it doesn't really feel faster. It feels maybe just a little bit smoother. So after we got the maps updated on this 2021 stock model, that one feels more exciting coming out of corners, more peppy and more aggressive, where this new Works Edition model is smoother coming out of corners, and it's not as hard to hold on to. I would say it's a little bit smoother, a little bit easier to ride. So the cylinder, it isn't ported, but it is polished to make it a little bit smoother rolling on the gas, and the muffler doesn't seem to make it, you know, crazy fast or crazy loud, just smooth all the way through the range. So overall, the power, there's not much to complain about on this thing, except for the fact that you're paying a lot more money and you're not getting a bike that's a whole lot faster. So yeah, that's not a bad thing, but if you're expecting, you know, a bike that's a lot faster than your stock model, don't expect that. Diving into the next biggest topic, the suspension. It's got the exact same valving and spring rates as the stock model, but it's got nitride-coated fork legs and a nitride-coated shock shaft with a little bit thicker diameter, going up from 16 millimeters to 18 millimeters, as I already mentioned. So thicker diameter on the shock is meant to give a little more hold up. As for the rest of the settings, they're still the same. MXA, today's first day of testing, they gave us the bike with an hour and a half on it. We put another hour and a half on it today, so it's got up to 3 hours on it now. We still felt like the suspension needed to be broken more, as it was really harsh for us on the track today. So we can't really weigh on how the suspension worked on the track, because if we did, we would say that we didn't like it. So we're gonna be putting a lot more time on the suspension, and you can check out Motocross Action magazine for the full review on that. Another difference between our stock edition and our Works Edition was the seat. Obviously, the stock model has just a standard seat cover, where this Works Edition has a super grippy Throttle Jockey seat cover with these 5 rivets in the middle of the seat. I personally love these things. They really keep me in the saddle, keep me stuck in when I'm coming out of corners. I'm not sliding backwards off the seat, so I like them. The foam was super stiff today, especially when compared to our stock model, where the foam is completely blown out. Daryl said he was hitting the top of the subframe, blowing all the way through the foam, and that's kind of a common theme for Honda foam, is to get soft over time. Today, this one was nice and fresh and grippy. Another cool aspect, and something, an upgrade that you're getting for your money, is the Hinson clutch basket and Hinson clutch cover. So when you're comparing the Works Edition to KTM and Husqvarna factory editions, those bikes only have updated clutch covers, but the clutches are exactly the same. Granted, you know, KTM clutch baskets are super strong already. They're built super well. The Honda clutch baskets aren't known for being as durable as KTM. They added a Hinson clutch basket in there that does obviously bring up the price, but it is something that we really appreciate. So the pressure plate, the inner hub, they're all the same, just the clutch basket is updated to a Hinson one. A couple other upgrades that you get when you pay that big price tag are the new rims. It comes with D.I.D LT-X rims. They're a little bit stronger, a little bit stiffer than the stock rims. You also get the RK gold chain and the Renthal Kevlar grips. So these grips are a little bit thicker, but they're also much stronger. They're gonna last a lot longer, and they're actually easier on your hands than the stock Honda grips. The stock Honda grips are horrible. Coming into today, I expected the 450 Works Edition to be a much better bike than the 2021 model. I expected the suspension to be way better, and I expected the ECU to be updated already. As we know, that ECU wasn't updated, and we rode it just like the standard customers would, buying it off the showroom floor. Once we got that updated, it was a lot easier to ride, a lot easier to come out of the corners, as I already mentioned. As for the suspension, I expected that to be night and day better than the stock model. Unfortunately, it still has the same valving, still has the same spring rates. The nitride coatings, yeah, they're nice. Yeah, they do add some value, but overall today, the bike felt super stiff for us. So we're gonna have to put a lot more time on this bike before we write the full article for the Motocross Action Mag race test. So you're gonna have to stay tuned to Motocross Action Magazine. Make sure to subscribe to the magazine and check out this bike in the June issue. We're gonna have a full write-up comparing this bike to the stock bike and telling you why it's more expensive and if it's worth the upgrades or not. As of today, first impressions, not really worth that extra $2,800. I also do have some inside information as well on the 2022 Honda 450 is going to come with different suspension settings, different valving, different spring rate, so it's going to be different than the stock 2022 model. So talking to the Honda guys, they're excited for the 2022 model, and I'm excited for it as well. If you're going to pay big money for an upgraded bike, I'd want the suspension to be better than the stock model. So looking forward to that. That's it for this first ride video on the 2021 Honda CRF450 Works Edition. Thank you guys for tuning in. For more videos, make sure to click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel so you can get a notification whenever we upload new videos. We got a lot of new videos coming to our channel right now. And check out motocrossactionmag.com. We got the latest news, reviews, race results, bike tests, and more on there. And if you have some more time, click the thumbnails now to see some of our latest videos. Do you think it's worth $12,380? $12,380. No.
It looks cool though.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Oh.